Started out alive, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the sight faded, had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing lost to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sippin' Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. New Zealand vibes, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name. Jack and crypto profits, life just gets sweeter. Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Give us a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right.
Oh, a bit of a rocky entrance here, folks. A little rocky entrance. I had a whole bunch of dropped frames, and now I can't. Oh, there's my mic. Okay, I'm still getting used to this new setup. Yo, Redco with the ice cream, Mayunas. Wow, how you doing, man? Do we have? Let me just kill that. Do we have? Why can't I hear? I'm missing things. There's things that are missing right now. Oh, I know what it is. Doesn't matter for this stream. It won't make a difference. John C, what is that? Is that the new countdown screen? Yes. Yo, thanks for another lemon, Redco. Mayunas, I can't hear them for some. Okay, that's killing me. I've been messing around with my stream setup, trying to get this Rodecaster Pro 2 into the system, and I've not quite got there yet. Yo, Dragon over on Twitch, how you doing? Hey, Gibbs, how you going? So we got Redco, John C, and Dragon 20A. Is that an A? Looks like an A. Dragon's 20A. So this is the first time I'm streaming here. NP, hi. NP, I don't know what NP stands for. This is the first time I'm streaming for... Okay, rewind. I wasn't going to have this new setup ready until August, until my birthday. I wanted to wait until my 50th, and that's 10 years on YouTube. That's when I'd change my setup. But here we are doing it now. I guess we're a few months early. The idea is, or the reason is that I had my GH5 in for repairs, and had been using my iPhone as an NDI source. Well, that came back now, so it's working, and I thought I'll roll it into the system. And then I got this new hardware audio encoder, and I figured I should use it. And then yesterday I was faffing around with ChatGPT trying to do some other things, and it turns out I've killed my outputs, which is because I'm using a new sound. It doesn't matter. It's all technical. As long as you can hear me and everything's fine, I can't hear other things on the stream, which means I won't be able to hear any of these silly, you don't even want to hear that crap anyway. But yeah, if I can't hear that, I know you guys probably can hear that, but I can't. Very strange. Either way, and also, holy shit, when I began my stream, I dropped 2,000 frames. My frames were just dropping. I was like, what? I've got fiber to internet, fiber to the premises, and my frames were just going. I was watching them go down. I was like, what? And also, is my lighting dimmer than usual? Do I look dim? Do I look dim here? By the way, wearing my late father's cufflinks. The only time you'll see me in a collared shirt, because it's a special 10th stream, folks, a 10th stream. I don't know if this is going to work either. I hope this works in the YouTube chat. Let me just see if this works. Yes, it is working. Okay, perfect. So what I'm doing here in the YouTube chat, these are time-stamped links to every single time on this channel when we've opened up a special bottle of Jack. This goes way back, right? We're up to bottle number 37 today. 37, and it used to be we did it every 10 weeks. So that's a long time, but it turns out there's been lots of times when it's been like maybe 15 weeks, maybe 16. We just haven't done it on schedule, but there they all are. So if you want to hit those links up, they are direct links to the timestamp wherever we've done this. So you don't have to watch any of the other crap. You can just go, I want to see when he opened up a bottle of Winter Jack, number 7. I want to see when he opened up a bottle of Rested Tennessee Rye. You can click those directly to the spot. That's going to keep rolling until it gets to 36. And then on the 37, it's going to be the Jack behind me today, which is a very special bottle. They always are, aren't they? All special. But you can watch this stream anywhere you damn well please. For the first time, we're rolling this. Well, we always roll it everywhere, but for the first time, I'm not telling you where to go. Go to hell. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying you can watch it wherever you damn well please. I'm live. I'd like you to be here with me. My preference would be to say to watch it on Kick, only because you can trigger the alerts. But then again, today I won't hear them because of the way I've messed this up. But you'll hear them, but I won't, so don't do that. Don't do what I just told you to do. There we go, 21, Tennessee Fire label change. So don't forget, the idea behind this Jack Daniels content is that, well, I like Jack Daniels whiskey. I like lots of whiskeys, but I like that one in particular just from, you know, it's got good memories, good associations with it, touring with Tracer and whatnot. There's all stories to be told, but I've always thought it'd be cool to have a prop behind me, a prop bottle of whiskey. And then I thought, well, that's no fun. What are we going to do? Just watch it? No, we got to drink it. When are we going to drink it? Every 10 weeks. We won't make this a thing, right? We don't want to be boozed up all the time on stream. So I said every 10 weeks. And then I thought, well, hang on, what are we going to put up there? And I thought, what if we could just go through and find a bottle from the Jack Daniels range and never repeat it? So you'll never see that same bottle there again. Never. It's just the way I decided to do it in my head. Each time it's a fresh bottle, each time it's a different bottle, and it will never repeat itself. Up to the point where you can see there's 33, 34, there's 36 of them, going to be 37 today, varieties of Jack Daniels bottles, never to be repeated. I just repeated myself. The irony of that is you won't see that bottle repeated, but you might hear me repeat that blurb. There's 36, old number. See, there's a good example. Old number 7, 200 ml. Now, if you went back up to, I think, number 6 or number 5, we'd already did a 200 ml bottle, but we did the hip flask version. That one there is the square bottle. Like I said, never to be repeated, right? I'm never going to repeat, but the shape of the bottle or the label might change. Now, this one behind me today, Jack Daniels, speaking of numbers, this one's called number 27 Gold. 27 on bottle 37, number 27 Gold. Now, I don't know about this. Well, secretly, I do. I've had this once before. Shyla Rose, not here with us today, but Shyla Rose, she got me a bottle of this one year for my birthday. So I do know what this tastes like. But either way, let us get in and learn about it here, the details. Now, this is available in limited places, limited markets across the planet. It's not general. Like, you can't just go and grab this with the will of the nil. It's a very limited run. It's expensive. This is, I think, 190 bucks, 190 Australian dollars here in Australia. The catch is, it is regulation old number 7. So it's just the black label Jack Daniels that you know and love. That's all this is. However, it's double mellowed drop by drop through 10 feet of sugar maple charcoal. Now, where have you heard that blurb before? I'll tell you where you've heard that blurb. Gentleman Jack. Gentleman Jack is old number 7 regulation, double mellowed. However, this gets another hit of maturation. It gets double matured in golden hued maple barrels. So this is basically Gentleman Jack with another process added to it, and that process is a double barreling. Now, does that mean they take it out of a barrel and put it in another barrel and then store it for more time? I don't know. I want to use ChatGPT to learn about that, because I think this is a bit of a rort, this one from Jack. I'm just saying, right? Like, It's extremely expensive. It's basically Gentleman Jack with one other process. So how do they jack the price up with it? I don't know. Hints of maple, exceedingly smooth, and 40% ABV. I mean, that's pretty standard, 40% for Jack. But yeah, like it feels like, oh, it comes in a where did I put it? Here. Comes in a very suave celebration box, I guess. It's pretty neat, pretty nifty, pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Like it seems like it's a bit wanky, right? It's a bit wanky. It's expensive. Now the other thing too, when I went searching for this to research it, I found that there's already been a label change. This bottle, the one that you see here, and the one that I'm holding, this says 27 gold double barreled, but I've also seen a version that says maple barreled or something to that effect. So I want to ask ChatGPT, what's the crack with that? What are the differences? Why are there two versions of this, or has one already been superseded from the marketplace? Or are we looking at, am I holding a rare one in my hand and not knowing it? Possibly. Am I going to drink it? You damn well know I'm going to drink it. I'm not going to let it go to waste. So we're going to taste it. We're going to taste it as I do always on stream. We're going to taste it neat. Then we're going to taste it on the rocks, and then calm down. We're going to taste it with Coke, mixing. People often get their knickers in a twist for that. You can't mix. What are you doing? Mix. You can take your Jack however you damn well please. There is no rule. There is no regulation. You do you, and you do it how you damn well please to do it. That's always been the catch, right? So first of all, though, you definitely have to taste it. So let's do that. Let's crack the Jack. Oh, there's a little slidey notch here. You should be able to just get your... You'd think so. There's a... I can't see it though. Here it is. It's very quiet in the chat too. As I speak. What happened then? Something happened. Nope. Very quiet, very quiet. Is anybody here with me? Just put your hands in the air and say, yeah. Clap your hands and say, yeah, if you're here with me. Why can't I grab this? Oh, there we go. I had plans to bring Poopsie out on this stream too, to mess with the new, to do all these things. I'm sure she'd love all that crap, but if we can't hear them in our Kansas, there's no point. I'll probably just do, what the hell's going on here? I'll probably just do a short stream here, just because can't. Yo, Woz, how you doing? Redco's here as well. Redco's on DLive, Woz is on YouTube. How you doing, Woz? Okay, so I guess when you get a cork, you feel like it's better whiskey because it's corked, right? I don't know. That's also a bit wanky, isn't it? Like, well, I had a bottle of whiskey, it had a screw top, therefore it's cheap. But the one with the cork, no, that's better. That's more expensive. I don't know. Look, I'm not slagging off Jack Daniels here. I kind of am, but I don't know. But it feels like this is a little bit overpriced for what it is. But let's see anyway. Let's crack it. I haven't had a Jack in a while. Damn, it smells good. You can stream on X now as a free user. Can you, Redco? I'll look into that. Oh, did you hear that? Hold on a second. Kill that. Even though I can't hear that background. Now there's no background. I'm going to mute my mic and you listen to this bubble, and I might clip this as a sound effect. Listen to this. The microphone is... Holy crap, that sounded so sick in my ears. How much was this? About 190. That's a glugger. That's a glugger. Hey folks, old Jack Daniels Gold number 27. Let's taste it together. Raise your glass and see if this is worth the $190 odd it was. I can't even remember when I bought that. So it's really good. I'm not going to deny that. It's really good. It's supposed to be exceptionally smooth. What was the Golden hue maple barrels, hints of maple, exceedingly smooth. Exceedingly smooth. Okay. It's definitely smooth. There's no denying that. Let's put that background tune back on. Definitely smooth. I'm not. I really wish I had a bottle of Gentleman Jack and a bottle of Regulation Old Number 7 to compare these, because I don't think. Look, if you had, they call them squires, if you had a Jack Daniel's Squire sitting with me, I would put money on it that they couldn't tell the difference between these three. Does it smell different? I mean, it's really, I'm a dum-dum for not getting a bottle of Regulation and Gentleman, because it just smells like Jack Daniel's to me. And don't get me wrong, it smells good. It has that familiar flavor of like rotting banana. I've always said that, right? When I smell banana that's in the backseat of your car in the sun, right? It's been there for a couple of days and it's all mushy and black. That's what I smell. I smell banana and I smell cinnamon. Banana and cinnamon. You're supposed to, it's really weird. Someone told me that you're supposed to smell whiskey with your mouth open. You got to go. That is the strangest thing to do. You try that at home. Try smelling something, right? Just stick your finger under your armpit and then smell it, but do it with your mouth open. It's the strangest thing, but someone said, no, if you open your mouth when you smell, it smells different. Something about the way that your taste buds respond to air or something? I don't know. Yeah, it's really, really good. But while we're here, let us ask the one who knows. Where is the Chat GPT machine? I had one up. Oh, that's full screen. That's why. Hold on a second. Where's my Chat GPT machine? Here we go. Okay, so let's ask the GPT of chat machinists. So I'm going to say, Jack Daniels 27 Gold is double mellowed and double barreled. That sounds like a thing that I should get. I'm trying to get one barrel on a surfboard. Let's get double barreled. Double barreled. I think there's two L's in double barreled. Double barreled. Is this the only difference between it and Gentleman Jack? Because Gentleman Jack is double mellowed, but not double barreled. Let's see skis. Yep. Great question. You're right on the track. Here's the core difference between Jack Daniel's number 27 Gold and Gentleman Jack. Gentleman Jack is double mellowed through charcoal mellowed before and after barrel aging. Okay, so after and before. Okay. Standard barrel age is aged in new charred oak barrels, like Old Number 7. So there's no difference between it and Regulation Old Number 7, except for the double barreling. Alcohol is usually 40 pint. Yeah. Jack Daniel's 27 Gold, double mellowed, the same charcoal mellowing before and after aging. So that's the same. Double barreled, it's first aged in a new charred oak barrel, and then it's changed over to a maple wood barrel. That's it, dudes. That's all there is. Premium packaging, gold accents, glass stopper, more upscale look. So a whole lot of wank. Alcohol content slightly higher at 43. Bapow, no, this is not 43. This is 40. Unless my eyes are really bad, that's a 40, right? I'm seeing that as a 4 freaking 0. I don't see 43 skis. Mind you, you used to be able to get Old Number 7 at 43% as well. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, okay. So what's the only real difference? Technically, yes, the only production process difference between them is that number 27 Gold is also double barreled, whereas Gentleman Jack is not. But that one change results in a smoother, slightly sweeter flavor from the maple barrels. Okay. Slightly sweeter. Am I getting that? Am I getting sweeter? Yo, Charles, thanks for the pour, man. Thank you, dude. I didn't hear it, but I know you guys heard it. I'm going to have to fix that. a more refined and a richer profile overall. Okay, okay. So while it may sound minor, the maple finishing and the higher ABV do noticeably set it apart. Let me know if you want a tasting comparison. I'm already above you there, ChatGPT. I'm tasting it right now. Let's add some water or some ice to this mix because ice does break it all up. I've got a few ice cubes here. I'll just dunk these in. So now we've got ice in the mix, and this should really open the flavors up. It's amazing what a little bit of water, or in this case cold water, can do to whiskey. It really gives it, it makes it way more pleasant, right? Sometimes people are like, man, whiskey's really harsh to drink, right? It's really heavy, it's really bitey, it's bittery, it gets on your tongue. It's like coffee, right? People love coffee, but it's really bitter. Same kind of thing with whiskey, it's really bitter, and this is meant to be sweet though, but sweet and mapley and oaky and cinnamony. But that little bit of water or that ice just makes all the difference. Let's ask this next question, because I told you, I saw when I was searching up this product, I did see that there's versions of it that have, let me find it. Let me show you. Let me go to the Google machine. Let me go to Jacques Daniel, gold number 7. See, here's the images search I did earlier. So if you open this one, it was one at Kogan, and there was one at here, I think. Block those key phrase words. Now this is extremely low resolution. That's double barreled. See the word double barreled there? I don't know if you can see that, but it does say double barreled. Then there is the same one here. Okay, that was a bad example. Where was the other one I saw? Kogan, I saw it. Here. Double barreled. That's the same, dude. Now they're all the same. It's making a fool out of me. Is this one double? Fuck, they're all the same, dude. I swear to you, I saw them that said maple on the front. I'm not making this. I'm not mapling this up. Double barreled. That one says double barreled as well, dude. None of them. Okay, let's just go through them all. I'll just open them all up until I find the one. Lasso. Here it is. Look at that. $224. Now, I don't know what the resolution here is. Probably it's super low. It says right on the middle of that bottle, it says maple wood finish. Maple wood finish. I'm going to say, so has there been a label change? A label change. I noticed some bottles say double barreled and others say maple finish. What was it again? Maple wood finish. Maple wood finish. Question mark. I love the GPT machine. Yes, there has been a label change for Jack Daniel's number 27 Gold, but the whiskey inside remains the same. So you know what that means? That means for me, I can track down the maple wood finish one and that can go up there. You will never see this bottle. That's the rule. You will never see this bottle ever again. But you might see another old number 27 Gold maple wood finish version. Just saying. It depends on which one. This one might be... No, there was all these everywhere. Maybe the maple wood one's really rare. Let's see. Label evolution, double barreled versus maple wood finish. Earlier bottles of number 27 Gold prominently featured the term double barreled. So we're drinking the rare one right now. Whoops. Highlighting the whiskey's second maturation in maple wood barrels, more recent packaging has shifted to emphasize maple wood finish, which describes the same process but in different words. This change appears to be a branding update rather than a modification of the whiskey's production. According to the product descriptions, the whiskey continues to be double mellowed and finished in maple wood barrels regardless of the label terminology. Interesting. Let me ask this then. Where in Australia can I buy the maple wood finish version? I guess anywhere, right? If this one's the old one, then they'll be in all stores. Interesting. Interesting. You can purchase Jack Daniel's number 27 gold maple wood finish in Australia through several retailers, both online and in store. First Choice Liquor, $170. Paul's Liquor, $224. Fuck, that's a big price difference. Dan Murphy's, 700ml. Okay. Whiskey Trade, The Drink Society, $150. Liquor Legends, $160. Tips for finding the maple wood finish version. Labeled terminology. Some bottles are labeled as double barreled, while others state maple wood finish. Both of the same product. Yes, yes, yes. Due to limited release, availability may vary. Prices can vary. When did I get this then? When would I have picked this up? I mean, I feel like I got this. Wait a second. Did Charlotte Rose get me this bottle as well? I feel like Charlotte might have bought both. When did I go overseas? I went to New Zealand. The last time I was in a plane international was New Zealand in 2023. No. I came back with bold and spicy. Maybe Charlotte Rose bought both of these bottles for me. It's a shame she's not here right now. Charlotte, calling Charlotte. I could search my email for a purchase order. I don't think I bought this. I don't remember buying it. Did someone give me a gift voucher or something? Where would I have bought this from? It also has that feel of like a larger bottle. Like, by the way, it looks rad in this light. Hey, it's the coloring. The gold coloring does make it look a little bit more sophisticated. Just that beautiful, I don't know, the light and the background light, everything kind of looks warm and it looks inviting and friendly. Like, come on in and tip your glass with me. It's kind of, it's inviting. But that bottle is a really good, solid, grabbable, like, it's a thick piece of glass, like it's not flimsy. You can tell that this is aimed at rich people, right? Like it's not meant to be, let's go and get pissed, mate, and get a bottle of whiskey. That's not what you'd buy. Like, even this little emblem up here, I don't even know what that even says or looks like. What the I can't see that. Is that the German eagle?
Hello there.
Dude, it looks like the German eagle. Yo, Netskis, how you doing, man? Hello there. I know you can hear that, but I couldn't hear that. I'm going to take a photo of this and zoom in on it. I think that's the German eagle. Why would there be a German eagle on the front of a Jack Daniel's bottle? It's not the German eagle, but it's definitely a bird. Too bright. How you doing, Netskis? We hear it. You heard it. Yeah. Let me see if I can find what that is on the Google machine. Jack Daniel's Gold Number 7 Eagle. See if that comes up with something. No. There's a bird there. No. Graphic bird. You're eating dinner. You're eating dinner at 3. Well, hang on. Hey Siri, what time is it in New Zealand?
In Wellington, New Zealand, it's 17:30.
2 hours. Fair enough. 5:30. Yeah, that's an early meal, but fair enough. Happy times there, Netskis. Are you getting snowed out as well? The winter is in full effect, right? Jon Snow. I don't see this emblem. Graphic emblem. Emblem. It's a weird word, isn't it? Emblem. Emblem. It's early today. Snow's been huge in play. Dude, I've seen it, man. I had a good season when I was over there in 2022, but it's frothing right now. And even here in Australia, Mount Hotham is getting a good solid dumperoo. I wanted to show you a better image of that one, but I can't find one. But there's definitely a bird on the front. There's a bird on there. What did ChatGPT say about the bottle design? Let's ask it. What is the bird emblem on the bottle all about? Great observation. The bird emblem on the bottle of Jack Daniel's number 27 Gold is a subtle but symbolic design choice. It is now. It's not officially explained in great detail. Someone just went, let's put a bird on there. It's believed to represent a sense of elegance, rarity, and freedom. What an absolute load of wank. Let's be real. When you see a bird on a bottle of whiskey, do you think elegance, rarity, and freedom? No, you just see a freaking... I thought it was the German eagle. It looks like a German eagle bird. It's meant to be consistent with the premium positioning of the number 27 Gold expression. What an absolute load of bollocks. Often interpreted by whiskey fans and collectors as a symbol of refinement or luxury. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Wankers. Elevating the aesthetic of the gold edition compared to the more rugged or classic styling, basically the lower class citizens of Old Number 7 and Gentleman Jack. Some fans speculate it might be a stylized dove or eagle, as in a nod to grace and tradition. Now, the way it's angled, the way that the wings are sort of out like that, it's meant to evoke the German eagle. I mean, look, let me show you what I'm talking about. The German eagle. This is what it's meant to. This is literally what it's meant to look like. I mean, that's not exactly, but that's pretty much what it looks like to me. More so this one here. Without the same like length of wingspan, that's what it looks like, except for the Nazi symbol. Yeah, that's not there, by the way. The Nazi symbol's not on this bottle, but it's on that emblem. Jesus. Yeah, interesting choice of birds. So some fans speculate it might be a stylized dove or eagle as a nod to grace or tradition. A phoenix-like figure reflecting the elevated craftsmanship. Okay, I can see the phoenix. There's definitely a phoenix in there. I.e. reborn through extra mellowing and barreling. Yeah, okay. Brand identity. Since number 27 Gold was initially developed for international duty-free markets, was it now? The bottle design, including the bird emblem, glass stopper, and gold trim, was created to convey luxury and distinction from core Jack. Isn't that a load of bollocks? Like, you're already internationally traveling, so you're already paying arguably a decent price to go somewhere, and then they jack the price up on a product which is virtually the same as Gentleman Jack. It's got one additional process, and they double the price and make it gold and put a bird on it and go, give us $250 for that. It's like, come on, man. Well, I did. Someone did for me. TLDR, too long didn't read. While there's no confirmed lore behind the bird, it's most likely a symbol of exclusivity and refinement used to distinguish number 27 Gold as a premium product in the Jack Daniel's range. Want me to dig deeper and reach out to an official source to find any older label? Oh, fuck yes, ChatGPT. Yes, I would like that. Yes, I would like that. Also, is it fair to state the bird kind of looks a lot like the German eagle? Without the Nazi symbol, of course. Without the swastika. You are correct in observing that the bird emblem on the Jack Daniel's number 27 Gold bottle bears a resemblance to the German federal eagle, Bundesadler. While Jack Daniel's has not officially disclosed the symbolism, basically they're Nazis. That's it. Jack Daniel's, Nazis. In my opinion, in my opinion, Jack Daniel's are Nazis. It's right there on the bottom. Hang on a second. I didn't check this. Is there alcohol in here? Yeah, there's 40 of them. There's 40 alcohols in here. Might be getting a little toasty back here. I'm being stupid. There's no connection to Nazis and Jack Daniels aside from this bird looking a little bit like the German Bundesadler. But while Jack has not officially disclosed the symbolism, it's an old symbol. I think you got one letter wrong there, Netskis. It's not an old symbol, it's an odd symbol. It's an odd choice in symbols. You could have chosen anything, Jack. If you wanted to portray luxury and, upper class and sophistication, you could have chosen anything, but you chose a bird that looks like the German Bundesadler. Bundesadler. Yeah, I'm saying that right. Hendrik, am I saying that right? If H-Man's in the house? While Jack Daniels has not officially disclosed the symbolism behind the emblem, its design featuring outstretched wings and a regal posture does evoke similarities to the heraldic eagle used in German insignia. This resemblance might be intentional, aiming to convey qualities such as strength, tradition, and prestige, aligning with the premium positioning of the number 27 gold expression. It's worth noting that Jack Daniel's number 27 gold was initially introduced as a travel. We've already known about that. Okay, just bear in mind that what I'm about to do is not. I'm not saying this is factual, but I'm just asking. So this is no reflection on me. This is just a question. So the question will be, is there any connection to Nazis, to the Nazi Party, and the people behind Jack Daniels? Hey, it's a fair question, right? It's a fair question. No, there is no known or credible connection between the Nazi Party and the people behind Jack Daniels. Key facts. Jack Daniels was founded in the United States in 1800s by Jasper Newton Jack in Lynchburg, Tennessee. The brand is deeply American in origin and identity, with its flagship Old Number 7 being a symbol. Ownership. The brand has no ties to Germany or the Nazi regime. It's been owned by the Brown-Forman Corporation, a large American spirits company based in Louisville, Kentucky since 1956. Brown-Forman is a publicly traded American-owned company with no historical affiliations to fascist regimes. I make good whiskey. The eagle symbol. If your curiosity was sparked by the bird emblem, yes it was, on the number 27 gold bottle, which does resemble heraldic eagles seen in German history, it is important to distinguish. Eagles are widely used in heraldry. I've never seen that word before. Heraldry. Heraldry? Heraldry. God, that's a good word. I've got to keep it. I want to look up heraldry. Look it up. Heraldry, the system by which coats of arms and other armorial bearings. Armorial? You can't explain something with another word that no one knows. What the hell does armorial mean? That's like saying I couldn't find I didn't understand what this word meant. Oh, you need to work out what these words mean as well. No. Tell it to me like a dum-dum. Like break it right down. What's this word? Armorial. Heraldry, it's a noun, the system by which coats of arms and other armorial bearings are devised, described and regulated. The use of rose in heraldry. Okay. I don't understand that. Moving right on, because that bit went above and beyond me. So what that was saying, eagles are widely used so people use them to describe things. For example, the Great Seal. The Great Seal. Oh my God. There's definitely alcohol in this, Jack, because when I read that, I genuinely thought it meant like a that kind of seal. The Great Seal. Oh, fucking what? All right. The Great Seal of the United States. It's not a seal. It's a sealing of documents, right? It's not an actual seal. Is there an image of a big fat seal? There is not, is there? No. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. My mind, I don't know about you dudes, but my mind went to a big fat seal from the States. Shit. The resemblance of the German federal eagle, the Bundesadler, is likely coincidental or symbolic of prestige, power, or tradition, not Nazi ideology. Okay. The Nazi eagle, Reichsadler, was a specific stylized version associated with the swastika, completely absent from any Jack Daniel. Well, they're very careful to not put that on there, of course. The Reichsadler, so the right-hand side. What does Sadler translate to? Right side, I guess. Let's see. Look up the right. Reichsadler, heraldic eagle. That's literally, but what does it translate to? Yes, doesn't see. The term is translated to the Reichs eagle. Okay, translate Reichs eagle. Wait for it. I'm not in Google. I use pre-search, not Google. Translate Reichs eagle. That's enough eagle. Did I type that wrong? I thought I spelled that right. Oh no, Reichsadler. Sadler is not eagle, you idiot. Translate this. Okay, translate it. Okay, just translate the word Reich. Imperial, the AI overview here. Reichsadler translates to Imperial Eagle. So Sadler's Eagle and Reich is Imperial. Okay. What is right in German? Right. German right is Rix. No, links. Rixt. Why can't I remember left and right in German? Links. Gerade als. Reichs. Rix. Reich is Rome. Redco, how you doing on D-Live? Reich is Rome. Is that right? Is that right? Translate English to English. Yeah, that's going to help me a lot, Google. Thanks for that. I'd rather translate to a language I don't know. Rex. Rex. There's one letter difference, man. One letter different. Rex and Reichs. Two letters. Rex and Reich. Seriously? I need H-Man here. He's probably watching going, you fucking idiot, Gibbs. He's probably sitting there drinking a red wine going, this guy, I'm not going to say anything in the chat. I'm going to watch him suffer. I'd probably do the same. But there's only a couple of letters difference there, right? Right, Rex. Dude, there's hardly anything different there. You know what's going to help? Another Jack. Let's try it with Coke, you know? Calm down. Everybody calm down. Calm down. I'm going to pour one here. Not Realm, Redco. Not Realm. Here we go. Oh, hang on. Let's kill that background tune. Listen to this. Check this out. I'll kill my microphone. Listen, if you're just joining me, listen to how rad this bottle sounds so sick when you tip it and pour. Listen to this. I'll kill my microphone. It didn't do it that time. The first time I opened this, it had this big glugging. Where have I heard that sort of sounds before? Somewhere. Shit. Hello if you're watching. You know who. My spicy little nugget. Did you mute yourself, John C? I did. I muted myself there intentionally so that you could hear the glugging, which didn't happen. By the way, check this out for ASMR. If this pops and slides, listen to this. Hang on, kill my microphone again. Hold on a second. Check this out. I'm going to kill my muted mic. Was that an explosion for the senses? ASMR. We're pouring, I'm going to add some more ice here, by the way. A little bit of water here. More ice. How you doing, John, by the way? Good to see you, buddy. Coke with really expensive JD. Here comes the first comment. Yes, Netskis, you can do your whiskey however you damn well please. There are no rights and wrongs. You might say, you want to experience the whiskey how you please. I subscribe to that notion, and I'd like to subscribe to your newsletter. You got to try it with a mix, right? You can't. I tried it neat. I tried it with ice. I tried it neat on the rocks. Now I'm trying it with pop. You got to try it with all. And you've got to. And at this juncture, I'll say this is the only time you will ever see me drink this crap. And I should be clear that this is not the crap. This is absolute crap, right? Like this is, of all the things mankind has designed and manufactured, this has to be one of the worst, right? This is so bad for you. It's just all sugar. There's nothing nutritionally worthy in this bottle. This product is almost as bad for you as cigarettes. It's horrible. It's disgusting. No one should ever drink it. You definitely do not drink this to refresh yourself. All that advertising in the 80s, refresh in summer days and drink a Coke. That's absolute rubbish. Complete bollocks. There's nothing nutritionally refreshing. There's no benefit to you. It's just fucking sugar. However, if you're going to buy a $197 bottle of whiskey and you want to mix it, you're not going to go and get like sugar-free, what's that? There's Diet Coke and there's Coke Zero, but the one with Coke Zero has got this weird artificial sweetener in it. You're not going to do that. You're going to say, okay, well, I'm doing it with the real thing, so I'm going to also do it with the real thing. But I went and bought this today, and I was like, kind of hiding it in my shopping trolley. I don't want anyone to see I'm buying Coke, right? It's disgusting. Sophia, who's a spicy little? Sophia, I see you. I see your avatar there. Could this be? You know what the funny thing here is? I have alluded to you, but no one's caught on to it yet. If it is, it looks, dude, I gotta get closer to this. Looks kind of like you got blonde hair in that image though. John, reminder, July 1st is the very last. July 1st is the very first day of July. One of each YouTube stream is on each and every day of July. Ha! John, I did that. So you're referring back to, oh shit. Sorry, my bad. I've got to move that. I've got a kill switch. I made a kill switch, right? So kill switch is a button Streamer presses when shit goes down. Like let's say there's a swatting incident, or let's say someone comes in naked or something stupid happens. I got a button under my desk. It's quite literally in a spot which I thought I would never. It's tucked away underneath my arm, right? Like under here. It's under there. There's no way you can get to it, yet I seem to be pressing it all the time. And when I press it, it just cuts in without me. It's a kill switch. So if I just happen to like move my chair, it'll just cut in, right? I gotta move that and like put it somewhere further away. But what John's referring to there is Julive. So Julive was it's like not a program, but an idea. An old friend of mine, a friend who used to be a friend, Danny Black. I wonder how he's doing. I hope he's doing well. He certainly has a very historic. I'm trying not to say the letter H. It's just a stupid gag. But he came up with this concept of going live every day in the month of July, and he called it Julive. From memory, even the first year that he came up with that concept, he didn't actually go through with it. He messed it up. So I ran with it, and I think I did it for 2 or 3 years in a row. And I'm not doing it again. Like I don't have to do it again. Yo, Jake, how you doing, man? How you doing, Jake? Like and share. Thank you, man. Yeah, I don't know. Like Danny had some pretty good ideas, and should we have a look at his channel? Should we bring up the Danny Black channel? I'm keen to see what he's been up to. Oh, wait. We're in Brave. Oh, this will be an interesting little test. We're in the Brave Trouser browser. I got to open up Firefox machine because, oh, wait. Is this going to work though? I don't think this is going to work. I'll just go on record. I don't think this is going to work correctly because of the way that I've set up my audio. I haven't finalized it yet. I'll just open up the Firefox Trouser browser and just tell me if this comes up as audio. We'll just play a random video at willy-nilliness. And if you hear audio, oh, but I can't hear it. No, you guys will be able to hear that, but I can't. No, we can't watch content today on the stream because of, you know what I did? For those who know Rogue Amoeba, the audio software for Mac. So Macintosh computers, Apple computers are nutritiously, what the fuck? Not notoriously. Wow. There might be some jack in this alcohol. They're notoriously bad for audio routing, and you need to be able to route audio from one thing to the other as live, like for live streaming, right? Look, if you were to say, I want to start live streaming to YouTube or Twitch or Kick or whatever, and I have nothing, what would you recommend? About 3 years ago, I would have said, do not buy a Mac, right? If you want to do just live streaming, get a PC, get a Windows machine. The audio is already good to go. If you get a Mac, you've got to buy these additional programs. There's a company called Rogue Amoeba. They make loopback audio, they make audio hijack, and they make sound source. These are three pretty critical programs that arguably should be part of the operating system, but they're not. Funnily enough, Macs were always like, you know, you always see them with Pro Tools in recording studios, the Macintosh, the big desk, the cheese grater, all that stuff. Even back then, the audio routing was just non-existent. So the difference now, fast forward 3 years later, because of Apple, oh no, it's 5 years now. It's 5 years. They've got M5s, right? Yeah, five years ago when Apple introduced Apple Silicon, all of that changed. So Apples are now super powerful. They're so sick. You can stream Sophia. Let's just say, is that why you chose that handle, Sophia? By the way, there's a few more I've got to tell you about Lena and anyway. Yeah. If you had an M1 Mac, an M1 Max, you can definitely live stream with them. They're so powerful, but you still need some kind of audio routing because the default system settings, it's just so bad. And so what I've done, years ago, I bought Loopback, which is the bare minimum. Loopback is like virtual cable routing, like virtual racks, and you can unplug things and plug them and point it here and point it there. And you can split them channels up, and it's pretty rad. Like you can take an audio source and then divert it into like 10 or so different channels and send those channels to different buses, all that kind of technical crap. But then you've also got, which I didn't know I needed, which I had actually bought. I went onto their website and I was like, I'll download the demo. And it's like, you've already got access to this. And I'm like, I do? It's Audio Hijack. Apparently I bought it way back when CreatorCast began. We needed it for CreatorCast, which is way back when, like, that's like 7 years ago or something. And I had a full, not a monthly subscription because that sucks. This was a one-off payment. And I had one-off payment for Loopback and a one-off payment for Audio Hijack. But Audio Hijack it had been so long since I'd used it that they said, you've got to update it. And there's a $29 fee. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just pay it. But 29 Australian is about 35 US. And then this is why this isn't working for me today, because what happened was, I was setting everything up and everything was going well. Then I've got this weird technical specification I want to do, and something, it's a bit complex. I've been using ChatGPT and Copilot to work it out, but it said you might need to download SoundSource, which is another Rogue Amoeba product. So I was like, okay, I'll go and buy that. So I bought that for it's like $60 US, about $90 Australian. I was like, fuck, now I'm down in total, probably around about $200 to Rogue Amoeba, just to have audio routing, which if you had a PC, you don't even need to pay for. It's just part of the Windows operating system. The catch there being you've got to use Windows, right? You have to be comfortable to be in the Windows ecosystem, which when I've dabbled, let me tell you this, and I've mentioned this before on stream. I've not used a Microsoft product aside from Copilot most recently, but before that, I've not used anything Microsoft for, man, since the early 2000s when I went to graphic design school. When I studied graphic design, the teachers like, you have to use a Macintosh. I was like, oh, I've got an IBM compatible. It's like, get rid of it and start saving because Macs are expensive. And it's like that's the industry, right? You have to use Macs. And so I got in on the Mac back in 2003, I guess. The G4, the G5, the cheese grater, all that stuff. And I quickly realized that, yeah, they're expensive and it's a bit wanky. People are, maybe not so much now because of the iPhone, but back then it was like fucking wanker with an Apple, fucking Macintosh wankers. It seemed like an elusive crowd, right? But it was part of that was part of that industry. So you had to use it. And yeah, I saved up and bought one and I've been with them ever since. But I will say this, in those decades, I've never had a problem with security or any viruses. You know, it was wonderful to not have to like defrag your hard drive. Like I remember parking my hard drive. You can't just turn it off. You got to park it. I was like, the fuck are you talking about? It's not a vehicle. I got to park my hard drive and then defrag it every couple of weeks. It's like, this is bullshit. I didn't even know what defragging or parking was, but it was part of the process with Windows. This goes back, right? This is Windows 95 and 98 and whatever. But when I got the Mac, I was like, oh, this shit's just visual and it just works. It's just there. Like you don't have to dig in deep and open up a command prompt. And what was the 4 keys? It's been so long. What was the command the keys you press to bring up like the thing that does that shows you all the processes? Something command. So it's command on a Mac, but it was Alt Command Shift, Alt Command 4. I feel like Alt Control Shift 4. It was 4 keys. It would have been Alt Control Shift and 4, and it would bring up the list of programs. Then you'd kill shit. Well, when I got a Mac, I was like, okay, just open it up and go. I had a laptop. It was one of those early titanium MacBook Pros, and it just worked. It was like so sick. Where was I going with this? Don't know. I genuinely can't remember where that story was going. Probably nowhere. Probably to a cul-de-sac that I'd just rotate around and keep spinning around. I think I was trying to say that they're a bit elusive, but audio... Oh, no, that's what I was saying. Yeah, okay. So even though M1s are here, even though Apple Silicon is a thing, they're still garbage for audio. Still rubbish. If you're going to live stream, if you're going to do anything live, you need... As a minimum, you need loopback audio. What's loopback audio? I'll show you. Go to Rogue Amoeba. Rogue Amoeba. Should be there. Well, this is my checkout, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, we'll just go back to the front of the webpage. So this is the website. These programs. This one here, loopback, cable-free audio routing. So I bought this years ago. Apparently, I bought this one as well, Audio Hijack. And most recently, I bought this one, Sound Source. So let's just take a quick look at Loopback, just out of curiosity, because this is the bare minimum. So it gives you this interface which you can just make virtual audio interfaces here, virtual devices, and you can route them through anything, and then you can monitor them through anything that you choose. Like you might monitor them through your headphones, your AirPods, or your internal speakers. You can send audio so much more easily than you could before. Now, yes, arguably that's part of the operating system on a Windows machine, but yeah. Oh no, that's what I was trying to say. That's where this was going. So, rewind. So what I was trying to say was, I stopped using Windows. I sold that desktop IBM thing and bought a Mac. Moved on. Never had an issue with security. Never had a virus. Never had nothing. None of that shit. I was offered a job with my sister's. I was offered a job through someone, and I had no intention ever of doing that job. It wasn't something I was looking for. It just fell into my lap. And so to be polite, I said, yes, I'll take the job. The job involved installing hardware and software, secure So secured access to restricted sites. So like government sites and like buildings that required identification. So we provided the hardware and the software. And so my job was to go and install this, both hardware, the physical gates, the turnstiles, and then the software and the hardware that ran on the software. And so to do all that, I needed to have a Windows login. And I stupidly, who is a spicy little nugget, Netskis, interesting. I'll touch on that in a minute. So I needed a Windows login to use certain programs. I can't remember what they were called. Xcode with one of them. Fuck, there was other things too I needed. Anyway, I dumbly, the dumbest mistake I've ever made, I stupidly used my actual Gmail account, my name Gmail account for that work shit. And I'm not kidding when I say this, right? That email account had been with me for decades. Or in 2001, I was using Birdmail. I don't know if you guys remember Birdmail. It was just an alternative to Yahoo. And then someone said, you need to use Gmail a few years later. I was like, Gmail? No, I was with Hotmail, then Birdmail. I had Yahoo, Hotmail, Birdmail, because I got Ben on at Birdmail. And then someone said, you need Gmail. I was like, Gmail? It's Google's mail. Oh, okay, Google's massive. I better get one. So I got my name, and I'd use that for like 15 years with no spam, nothing. And the fucking second, or not the second, the day of or the week of using that email for this work thing, I've had spam ever since. I've never had spam before. And from that day, I've had, and it's just because I needed a Gmail, I needed an account to log into a Microsoft computer for work processes. And I damn well used my actual email. I was so dumb for that. Like, so I've been infected in terms of, I mean, okay. I should also clarify. It's not like my computer's infected, but I get spam emails on the daily, right? Every day, like not hundreds, or maybe I don't even see the stuff that goes to spam, but at least 10 or so real emails come through that are spoofing, phishing emails, right? Trying to pretend they're someone. And you know how I know? This is the greatest tell-all. Now, I have a photography website, and I have a business. I own a publication, and the publication has editor emails, and it has contributor emails, and it has my email. And I obviously have access to all of those email addresses. And so how I know that these are spam email phishing attacks is because they send the exact same thing to all three emails. So you get this email that kind of says something like, I don't know, the obvious one is like, you need to log in here and change your password, so click this. And it's like, it's quite literally in my email account, there's 1, 2, 3. The first one comes to the editor account, the second one comes to the admin, the third one comes to the publishing account. I'm like, fuck, how dumb do you think people are? Like, delete, mark as spam, delete, mark as spam. But the thing is, none of that shit ever came to me before I used my Gmail account on a Windows machine. Just saying. Now, I was gonna stream till 6, but I'm gonna wrap it sort of soon here because, well, I can't hear anything, so we can't play shit. But Netskis, who is Spicy Little Nugget? So I mean, look, to be, I mean, I have mentioned this already on stream. In the last, say, 6 weeks, I guess. What is it now? Fuck, might even be a bit longer. Actually, I can find out exactly when this happened because there is a photo. My brightness is way down. Hold on a sec. John, you mean spicy chicken McNuggets? I don't like them spicy. I like to eat them plain. Okay. I like my spicy little nugget. Oh, wait. Okay, it's not going to be here. It's going to be in another folder. Hang on a second. Just make certain I'm not streaming this shit. Where is this? it's not even in there. Where did I put? There's a photo in here. Here it is. On the 14th of May, 2025. So what is it now? The 28th of June. 14th of May, 14th of June. Yeah, it's like 5 or 6 weeks. John, in fact, the best chicken nuggets in the world are the ones made by McDonald's. Well, I haven't eaten McDonald's since 1996. That's a story for another time. Zane's on Kick. Hey, bro, are you the guy from DLive 2018, 2019? If so, could you do your followers intro? I miss hearing it. I am that guy. Did you follow my Kick account though? Because I'm not going to give you the intro spiel unless you follow. How about you put your money where your mouth is? Yes, sir. You did follow? I guess you did because you're chatting, so it's followers only chat. I had to wait 2 minutes to type. Oh, and okay, fair enough. I didn't hear it because I have my hardware system's not set up correctly yet. But okay, so you did follow. Okay, so wait a second. Can I just check? Let me just check something. I might be able to fix that. System output, sound source, sound effect. I don't know. No, I won't bother. I can't. I'll do it later. But yo, Zane, thanks for following the Gives a Minute. So now that's when I would have said the Gives a Minute DLive stream, but let's just call this. Are you using a Rode Procaster? I am. The Rode Procaster, the Rodecaster Pro 2. And look, everything's working fine, but I downloaded Sound Source and I haven't really set up the outputs yet. So right now I know that I can hear the mic, but I can't hear anything. I know there's sound effects and all that crap, but I can't hear it. But I know you guys can hear it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But so the welcome spiel I would have gone like this. Yo, Zanes, thanks for following the Gives a Minute. I'll just do it like DLive, right? I'll do DLive. Yo, Zanes, thanks for following the Gives a Minute DLive stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now, why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute DLive stream. Thanks for the follow. That's how I did it. And I did that maybe 9,000 times. I feel like we got to at least 9,000 followers on DLive. And then DLive went and spat all over me and said, we don't want you, dude. We don't want anybody. DLive, man, do you really want to go down that road? Damn, that's nostalgic. Yeah, it was good times. Yeah, DLive, that's a lesson in like what not to do as a platform. DLive was so good and then it was so bad, and it was so bad for so long. DLive is also nostalgic. I'm definitely not doing DLive. Gloria! Yo, Gloria, is Hendrik in the house? We can hear you in the sound effects. Yeah, John, yeah, you can hear everything. I'm just not monitoring it myself. And I know why, and I won't bother messing around with it. But so I'll just tap back into the spicy little nugget. So Zanes, they had something huge and threw it away. The fact that you could earn crypto from viewing streaming, truly unfortunate. Yeah, it was so rad, dude. So rad. Really, really good times. The best of, for someone that wanted to stream, for someone that was like wanting to get into live streaming, DLive was the best route in. Like, it was so perfect.
We see you Gives it a minute.
Now I know what Ethan's saying there, but yeah. Oh, by the way, there's another dream. Go to my YouTube channel today. My YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, I had another dream about the H3 podcast. It's on my channel. I dreamt that I was, I don't want to blow it. I don't want to blow it, but you can check it out. Yeah, I don't know why I keep dreaming about working for the H3 podcast. It's a bit weird. And this time I dreamt that I was working for them as a cleaner. I don't even have high aspirations. Not like I dreamt I was working for the H3 podcast and I was doing Ethan's role. Like I took over no. I just went in as a cleaner. The bottom left, I was the bottom rung of the tier. No, that's what I aspired to. It's just so silly. I don't know why. It was 7 a.m. and anyway, so I'll end on this story because I'm not going to stream for as long as I thought due to the technical issues, but I'll end on this. So Spicy Little Nugget, 13th of May, whatever it is now, end of June. So I met someone, right? I've met someone. We've been seeing each other for a few weeks now, for a month or so, month and a half. There is a thing, right, a part of it, but she is actually, and she has been, and she was from the moment we met, she's in the process of moving into state. So not the greatest time to meet someone and develop feelings and entertain, a relationship. Not the greatest sort of parameters for that to take place in. But then if you think about it, you never can predict this. You should never shut yourself away from opportunities. You should never say no to something. You should always embrace. That's definitely how I've lived my life. I'll always open myself to situations and embrace situations. And so the way we're taking it, and I'm not speaking on her behalf, but we seem to be on the same pathway. We're on the same plane where it's like, well, look, we can't really control what happens in the future, but here we are right now. So let's just deal with what we're doing right now. And so, and to add to this, I've been recording, and you guys will see them a year from now. This is so stupid of me, but I'm such a dickhead for doing this. But I've also been recording these daily, not daily, but whenever I feel like it, I make these. So, right now on my YouTube channel, I'm doing this plank every day, and it gets long by a second. So every day of the year I planked last year, and you're seeing them happen now. So I think I'm up to 180 seconds. So every day last year I made a plank, and I planked for a second longer. So then at the end of that year I said, all right, so this year, so 2025, I'm going to plank for a random number between the smallest number, which was 0 or 1, and the biggest number, which is 366, because I did it for the whole year. So 366 seconds or 1. And I ask Siri to give me a random number, and then I plank for that amount of time. And I've been doing it whenever I get a moment spare in somewhere scenic. So it's never here in this room. The ones that you're seeing now are from last year, and they're in this room until we go on the road trip to Uluru in late August. And then you start to see me plank in front of the Opera House, not the Opera House. Yeah, that's out there in the center of Australia. You see me plank in front of the Olgas and Ayers Rock, all that cool stuff. That's coming. But then when I got back here, I was like, okay, I'm only going to plank outside. It's got to be in scenic. And I tell stories. And so around about May 2026, you guys are going to see and hear me talk about the Spicy Little Nugget. Now, why has she not got a real name? She protects her identity. She doesn't want to be known online. You guys will probably never meet her, to be completely frank. You probably never see her. She wants to be private. She wants to be protected. She doesn't want to be a face. I don't think she wants. Well, yeah. So she does her thing, and her thing is not the live stuff, but she is moving into state. And where is she moving? Tasmania. So I had already planned to go north for another road trip around about the same time that I went with Marty to Uluru. I was going to head up to my brother's place in the Sunshine Coast and hang out and do some surfing and kick back up there for a while. I even had rough, kind of loose plans to even go further to Cairns. A friend of mine owns a resort. You've met D Kramer. He's got a place in Port Douglas. Then another friend of mine's got a resort further up in Cape Trib. And my plan was to work my way up and spend maybe a month or so up there cruising around. And then when this popped up with the Spicy Little Nugget and she's going to Tassie, I was like, oh, Tasmania. Okay. How do you get your vehicle to Tasmania? Spirit of Tasmania. You can take take a ship across the Bass Strait. So I'm actually going to go down once she's moving in the end of basically a month from now, 31st of July, she'll be gone to start a new life in Tassie. And yeah, I'll let her settle down, and then I'll go down there and I'll do a road trip to Tasmania. You know, there'll be like 5 or 6 days from here down there, just cruising nice and slow, camping, hanging out, take the ferry across, go to her place. But you probably won't meet her. Like, let's be real about that. You probably will not meet her, but you'll know why I'm down there. And then I'll go around and I want to do some surfing down in Tassie, right? I want to get freezing cold and go out in those waters and do some surfing, do some sightseeing, go all over it. I want to see the map of Tassie. Show us your map of Tassie. By the way, she didn't know that saying. Are there Australians that don't know that saying? Hey, show us your map of Tassie. I guess it's like a 90s thing. Yeah. Anyway, that's what's happened. And I believe she might have been in here. I have to go back and find that profile, Sophia, but if you wanted to stalk, you might want to stalk that profile I don't even know if that's just a profile she made today or whatnot. That did look like her, but I don't know if it's her. If that wasn't her though, that would be a fucking hardcore troll. If somebody trolled me, there's no way they could though. Like there's no way they could have known that or grabbed that handle or that. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But there was a troll one time back on the DLive days when somebody, I still don't know who this was, but holy shit, they went back. Somebody made a profile with an ex-girlfriend's nickname, and like DLive was like 2018, 2019. This would have probably been 2020 when this happened. That girlfriend was from 2002, and it popped up in my chat. Bexy McNeil. I'm like, fucking what? Bexy McNeil in my chat. And I'm like, who's this? And it's like, it's Bexy. I'm like, that fucking how? Like, why? What? We don't talk. We haven't spoken in decades. And the way you're going to interact with me is in a live chat. And then I realized it's a troll. But the point of it was, how the fuck did the troll get that information? Like, it has to be someone I know, right? It has to be someone that knows me or that has access to my history. Maybe there's something way back in my archives on Facebook, right? To find that nickname, but then to create a profile on DLive and then troll me, it's like, the fuck are you doing? Why would you do that? There's like at least 7 different things you could do with your time that are instantly better than wasting it to do that shit. Like I sat there thinking, what if it is Beck? Like I haven't spoke to her in decades. Hey, how are you? Like I hope everything's good. I felt kind of sorry for her. I was like, you're using this platform to talk to me. You know, my email is still the same. I'm still getting the same spam in it that you can email me. And then I realized, dude, I'm getting trolled here. And then I was like, but why would someone troll that deep? Like that's just stupid, right? Like to troll someone on that level, like fuck, man. Let me be clear. I don't give a rat's about her. Like she's long in the past, right? In my radar. I couldn't give a shit. But for someone to do that, it's like, fuck, man. There are all kinds of nutters on the internet. The YouTube website says there are 2 people watching this stream, but on your side it says there are 29. So what I've got there is this givers watching pulls in from BeamStream, which pulls in from multiple platforms. Now the bulk of those viewers, if I can break it down for you, I'll tell you. The bulk of those viewers, there's 6 viewers on Kick, 3 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch, 4 on DLive, yo DLive, and 15 on Party. 1 on Rumble. Hey, Rumble, how you doing? 1 on 15 on Party. This is okay. So I'm kind of glad you did ask that, John, because as it stands now, this setup, this layout, is what I'm rolling with now for the next 10 years or something. Well, until I grow bored of it. But so I'm not specifying where you should watch me. I'm just letting you choose you can watch me on any platform, but that number is the cumulative number of everybody watching. So I'm not going to say go to YouTube or go to DLive or go to Twitch or go to Trovo or go to Party or go to Kick. I'm just going to let you watch wherever you damn well please. I will say this though, that if you wanted to trigger alerts and sound effects, the only place to do that is on Kick. So if you go to kick.com/givesaminute, that's where my channel is on Kick. You have to obviously follow over there, but that's where you can do things like this. You can do stuff like this. Right. You can trigger alerts. All the stuff you can trigger. Is it fart? I don't think it's fart. I think I got that wrong. You can do exclamation shop. And that gives you the link to the actual, all the links that all the alerts. Baby. Yo, Redco, thanks for the lemon. Grab your baby. Thanks, Redco. Cheers, man. So look, I'm probably going to wrap this up here. Unless anyone has any questions, I'll start to conclude things here. But if you have any questions that you want to ask me, I'm ears. Going out for dinner with my family, which is kind of rad. Been working a lot lately. I guess I can conclude that Party is the most popular social media platform to watch your streams. Man, John, Party, there's bots all over that shit. That number's not real. That's not a real number. John, what about the sound effects? Steak? Money's too tight for steak. That's the sound you hear when a viewer on YouTube sends a super chat. That's correct. So if you were to super chat on YouTube, that would still happen. That sound effect is still there. That's obviously a super chat. Yeah, that's never going away. That stuff's still there. But what you're seeing here, this layout, the chat here, this multi-chat and this camera angle, I feel like the lights, are the lights too dark? Should I crank up my lights? Let me just check. Let me see what you guys think. What's the command to do them separately? Control? It's not control. That opened up both of them. Shit. Control, command? Yeah, it's option. Okay, hold on a sec. So I could drop the lights. One light drops down. So this light here, hang on a second. That's both lights. That's both lights off. This is my main light because I often look towards the chat. So that's probably that's the key light, right? That's your main light. And then if I drop that right back, I've got this light on the other side. This is your fill light, right? So that's down right now to 10%, and the key light should be slightly higher, maybe 15%. I think I felt like it was a little bit low throughout the stream. I didn't change it. I don't think I changed it. John, I didn't know you can control the lights on your monitor like that. Yeah. So these are Elgato stream lights, key lights they're called. Pretty sick. I still think it's slightly on the dark side. Let me just ramp up the main light. That's 15%. I'll put it at 20. That's 20%. That's your main light, 20. And actually, to get a little bit more perspective, we'll kill the fill light down to maybe 5%. You want a bit of definition, right? That's 5%, 20%. So if I'm looking at the chat or watching a video, which is when I look that way, this light, this main light is brighter than the fill light. You want a little by the way, you don't want this super clear. This is like 49-year-old face. You probably want this, right? This is what you really want. You don't need any lights here. That's the better way to look at me, right? Let's be real. Also, I added a date to the top of the logo there. It looks like it's floating on top of the logo, and it looks a bit I'll try to make that look a little bit more integrated, but I wanted to. One thing I noticed when I look back at my old streams, you never know when it was live. So if there's a date on the scene, then you know, right? Okay, I grow tired of that gag. Put the lights back on. I think I don't know. Okay, I'm a photographer and I'm very visual, so I'll faff around with these lights forever and I still won't be happy with them. By the way, this is a poopsie thing. She made these bracelets for me. She made the Gives a Minute one. I don't know if you can see that. Gives a Minute bracelet. I said, if you put it there, it'll be on stream. She was going to come in on this stream today, but then when the soundboard's not working, we'll have to get her in together sometime soon. All right, well, I'm going to wrap this up anyway. I appreciate you all being here. The other thing I didn't really mention is with this new stream setup and the way that I've got it going, I also use AI to create the intro song. Now, I'm probably going to roll with this intro song and outro song for, I don't know, 10 weeks or whatever. But what I would like to do is I would like to have you guys use AI to create songs that are related to Gives a Minute. So maybe you could use Sun O, or you could use UDO, or any of these AI generated music platforms to create a song that's related to Gives a Minute. And then instead of me doing like a stupid intro song or even like, anywho, I'm going to go to bed and I'll see that stuff. Like we now can just use music as the outro. So there is an outro song here. I'll play it for you. But there is in my Discord, there's a Gives AI generated music. And if you want to create songs to supply to the stream, go ahead and do that. What do you need to provide on Sun O? You don't need to provide anything, Netskis. You can just use a trial account, I believe. Give it the prompts. Like you can choose hip hop, you can choose any genre like metal, speed metal, country, whatever you want. But all I ask for is that you make it related to Gives a Minute. So you could maybe include things like Fart Girl, New Zealand, I don't know, like IRL, Govan, Steve Van, all this stuff, right? Whatever you think is appropriate to Gives a Minute. But what do you need to write lyrics? You just prompt it. You give it prompts. If you haven't used Sun O yet, just make an account, go over there and faff around with it for a while. You'll see how it works. And when you come up with something good, then provide the link to it in the Discord and I'll download it and we'll chuck it in and we'll use it on these streams. Right now, there's one that I've got, which we're going to go out with right now on the stream. This is a track that came up when I first prompted it. It's not that great. Sophia. Yeah. You could prompt it with Sophia. This is probably not the greatest track, but it's something that we're going to roll with for a while anyway. But cheers to all for being here. Appreciate you all. Thank you for hanging out with me for I guess an hour and a half. We had an interesting time. Hey, say hi to Poopsie. I will, skis. I'll say hi to Poopsie. I once met a girl named Sophia. Well, look, I get Sophia, aside from being my brother's child's name, my brother's got a kid called Sophia, but I've been using ChatGPT or Siri to give, when I talk about this girl, I never say her name. So you guys will never know what her name is. And I've always asked Siri to give me a rant, and Siri it's firing up right now. Watch this. I'll just turn the brightness down a bit. Hey Siri, give me a random female name.
I found some web results. I can show them if you ask again.
The
on your iPhone.
fuck is wrong with Apple? I'm literally holding an Apple device in my hand and I ask it Siri, and my HomePods, which are about 3 feet away from me, answered. I'm literally holding an Apple device. Apple intelligence, fucking lame. Anyway, I've been getting random names for females through ChatGPT or through Siri and ChatGPT. As it stands right now, though, I'll see you all on the flip side, folks. Enjoy this track. I'll be with you till the end. Interesting song. See you soon.
Started out alive, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway.
By the way, I can't hear it, but I know you guys can.
Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me,
By the way, I'm pouring another Jack.
Chilling IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat,
Lame
bringing
audio
us to
and
the
lame
grind.
AI?
Talking
Netskis?
crypto games
Ah,
while
man,
we
that's
sipping
cool.
Jack Fine.
Shut the fuck up.
Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle wine. From the land down under, streaming through the night.
Embrace the future, man.
New Zealand's vibe, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name. Tracking crypto profits, life just gets sweeter. Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time.
You're talking about Apple Intelligence. Yeah, okay, cool. That checks out. You're right, you're a swish.
From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. So here's to the journey, no regrets in sight. Each laugh and each tear, it's a beautiful fight. Keep the wave rolling, let the good vibes flow. We're the givers, together in the show. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's on the rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. Flip the script, it's how we play a game. From start to next, I'm chasing fame. With the gear behind me, changing scenes. So through the internet, living out the dream. Got my acoustic strum, curing and chill for cracking jokes. We'll stop the thrill. In the land of Kiwis, we ride the waves. Our most streams phone, no better days. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's on the rhyme.
There you go, folks.